Hi. Is that a child? I just shot a child zombie in the face. Unfortunately, it is October for PSVR2. That means I've got to review some horror games, and I absolutely despise playing horror games. But luckily, this one is actually pretty damn good. Propagation Paradise Hotel VR essentially puts you in the shoes of a woman trying to find her twin sister in a hotel overrun by zombies after the world has essentially gone to shit. Your classic zombie horror setup. You're put with a police officer at the start, and then he has his gun and he trains you how to use his gun, and then you think, you're not very long for this world, are you? And then what do you know? You end up with the gun and you've got to make your way through the entire hotel, essentially doing puzzles, opening doors, scavenging, taking out the Walking Dead, and eventually making your way to your sister. Oh, that is physics. Holy shit. It's got haptics. Why am I so enthralled by that? That's really clear reading that. That's really cool. A lot of reviewers say that this is like a Resident Evil clone-ish. And I actually can't really comment on that because I've never played the original Resident Evil games. But from what I've seen, yeah, it pretty much is that. You've got your inventory, you've got written notes to tell you how to solve puzzles, you've got your journal for your objectives, and you've got the map with a bunch of scary enemies around. You've got healing items, you've got a flashlight, and you've got consumables that need to power things like your flashlight, and your medical spray and your gun and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of balancing of different mechanics here. And all of them work pretty damn well. Nothing in there. Okay, it feels a lot like Saints and Sinners, but more targeted towards making me suffer. After that first... Yep, I knew it. I was about to say, after that first jump scare, I'm expecting things to just basically jump out at me. And that basically just did. But first of all, let's talk about visuals, because the game looks great on the PSVR2. The OLED panels make the dark areas incredibly dark, and the game runs at a flawless native 120Hz, which is absolutely amazing, and it looks pretty damn good despite running at this higher refresh rate. You feel like you're in the world a lot more like you do with Red Matter 2 and Red Matter 1 because it's got that native hertz, and everything feels incredibly smooth. Resolution of items is a lot higher than I thought it would be, especially with text. It's so easy to read text at a distance. Price 40. 40 what? What were they charging?
Like we're alive.
Does this work?
Yes, we're alive.
No. Oh my god, it's a cooker, it's not scale. Holy fuck, I'm so stupid. Never mind. And the only aliasing you really notice is on very far away objects. Environmental effects are pretty damn good, the lighting is great. In the visual department, the Paradise Hotel looks pretty damn good.
It's
Whoa.
so strange. It's never that quiet here usually.
Oh, everyone's dead, mate.
Too quiet, if you want my opinion.
That rain on the roof looks so good. In terms of enemies, you essentially put up against normal zombies and some bigger enemies later on. I was playing on medium, so it wasn't really too hard to find resources such as ammo and batteries for the flashlight, because quite a lot of drawers have them in there, but I'm assuming on higher difficulties it would be quite hard to dispatch zombies and the larger enemies because they are quite tanky enemies. I even experimented with easy mode and the zombies are still pretty tanky there. They take a good few headshots to bring them down, and then they reanimate later on if you return to that area. It makes it a lot more strategic for which zombies you want to kill and which ones you just want to run away from, because you can kind of plan your route of where you need to go. So if there's a zombie in an area that you know you're going to be coming back to, maybe it's best to just run away from them and then come back later on your second time round and take them out then to preserve ammo. I think I get through here together. David's going to be dead. Never mind, I can't. Fucking hell! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. However, none of this is my favourite part of the game. Well, I say favourite. It's not really my favourite part of the game because it's terrifying. It's the best part of the game for a horror fan, but for me, it was traumatic. There are decomposing bodies all over the hotel. There's debris everywhere. There's flies everywhere. It's disgusting in a good way.
We should stay together from now on. Come next to me.
Fuck my life. Oh my Jesus Christ almighty. I think I just had a heart attack. That's cool.
Now we're in business.
Yikes. I hope there aren't any rats.
I think rats the least of our problems.
The game throws you quite a few jump scares, but it doesn't feel like that's its main crutch to make you scared. For example, the sound design is pretty damn good. Some sounds feel a little bit low in, I want to say, sound resolution, but that's not really a thing. Audio quality is what I want to say. But most of the time, sound design is pretty great and keeps you on edge because you're hearing footsteps above you, around you. It's not on the level of, say, Saints and Sinners, but it's pretty close.
Oh, you're alive as well now, sick. That's an issue. They're quite tanky, you know.
The music is also a factor that leans into the tension a lot as well, because the music is masterfully crafted. It switches up depending on what environment you're in. If you're in a safe room, it's a lot more calm, but a little bit foreboding, and then it turns to straight up terrifying when you're in corridors and then encountering enemies.
Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh no. Uh-oh, well, I'm dead. I'm dead.
The game is constantly throwing different environments at you, from air ducts to pitch black rooms. Don't get me wrong, it all takes place in a hotel that all looks very visually similar because it keeps a certain theme, but the rooms themselves have a fair bit of variation to them so that you don't really forget where you've been and where you're going, which I think is good, and also keeps the tension up because you're thrown into a new room with less lighting or more lighting, or an air duct that you've never seen before with various zombies scattered around it. It really does keep you on your toes and keeps you on edge. It's what survival horror is good at, and luckily, Propagation Paradise Hotel keeps up the standard of the genre.
I hate how the doors close behind you, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. What the fuck? What the...
Shit. Owen.
Yeah, my guy's dead. Like, dead.
I also have to mention that the game finishes in about 4 hours, and the story just kind of ends. It could take you more or less time depending on how quickly you get through the puzzles. I am absolutely stupid, so some puzzles took me ages to figure out, but some people will blitz through those. Ultimately, it is about 4 hours with a conclusion that feels a bit rushed, and some of the voice acting as well in terms of the story and characters. The dialogue is just, it isn't great, and it's not delivered great either, but it kind of adds to the charm in my opinion. But yeah, you can tell this isn't, you know, a AAA game or anything like that.
Side. We cannot go through here.
What do we do then?
He sounds like
I
Siri.
have an idea. Follow me.
I think he's an android.
Ultimately though, I did have a really good time with Propagation Paradise Hotel. The game got less scary as I went on as I adjusted to the environment. That's just normal for most horror games. But it really does deliver some good spooks, and for the price, I would say it's probably worth it if you want a horror kick this Halloween. Especially if you're a fan of all the Resident Evil games, you'll probably feel right at home here in this VR game. And I also have to mention everything feels very polished, so I thoroughly enjoy my experience. It looks great, feels great to play. The story might be a bit meh, but it's not really what I was there for. I got scared more times than I'm ready to admit, so it's a thumbs up from me. But anyway, let me know what you think of this game from the gameplay shown. Are you going to pick it up? And are there any other Halloween horror games you're excited for? If you did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next one.
Hi. Chris, I hate the ones that run at you.